Planet Dolan.
From cheating with a creepypasta character to sneezing in the middle of math class, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the ridiculous reasons someone broke up with us. I'm Melissa, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by TheGayLittlePizza. Ramona and her boyfriend were walking through the park on their 5-year anniversary when her dog stopped. Her boyfriend asked, "What is it, boy?" That was when the dog took a crap on his foot. He screamed since he was wearing new shoes. So he took out his gloves, picked up the dog's poop, and put it in Ramona's hair while saying that they were over. When Ramona asked why, since the dog only took a small crap on his foot, he said that he was gay. "I know, we're both gay," Ramona replied. His face showed defeat as she walked away. Number 9 was submitted by Alula. Princess Proton had been dating her boyfriend Spinal Palm for around 3 months. One day, he had lunch with her in the cafeteria. He asked if she wanted to come to his house after school because he wanted to talk to her about something. Princess Proton agreed, and when she got to his house, she heard him upstairs. She called his name and he quickly rushed down, looking as though he'd just climbed out of bed. She asked Spinal Palm what he wanted to talk about, but he screamed,
"I'm breaking up with you, you fucking bitch!"
Surprised, Princess Proton asked why. He answered,
"Because you play fucking video games!"
That was when a naked woman ran down the stairs.
That's not what it looks like!
Princess Proton smacked Spinal Palm in the face. Number 8 was submitted by DragonMan30. Sarah Gamba dated a girl for about 3 months. That was until she told him that she had 6 other boyfriends. She explained that she needed to have sex twice a day, and that one guy simply couldn't perform that much. Of course, Sarah Gamba was not okay with sharing his girlfriend with 6 other guys and told her so. In response, his girlfriend said, "Fuck it, fine, I will find someone who could deal with it." After that, she ran away. Number 7 was submitted by JordanXlord. Time Wanderer met his first girlfriend when he was 18 years old. She was the younger sister of one of his best friends. They dated for a couple months and were having a blast until Time Wanderer began to vent to her about his problems through text, as he was having a tough year at school. For some reason, she began to get angry with him. He asked why, but didn't get much of a response. Shortly after, she called him on Skype while crying. While he tried to figure out what was going on, she called him a hermit and said that she was jealous of his love of role-playing and D&D. Before Time Wanderer could respond, she ended the call. The worst part wasn't the breakup, but the fact that after breaking up with him, she ordered Time Wanderer's best friend and her boyfriend to never talk to him again. They even looked at him as though he was the spawn of Satan. Time Wanderer's last year of high school was a tough one. Number 6 was submitted by VolcanicAcid. Gurgek and his friend Melon once went to a camp. He was originally meant to go to boot camp, but because of some knee problems he couldn't go and had to go to a different camp. When he went to boot camp, he would wear a red bandana over his mouth, ski goggles, and a black beanie on his head. Gurgek thought that if he couldn't be at a boot camp, he could at least wear his gear. After 2 weeks, Melon got pissed off all of a sudden and said, "Will you take off that fucking beanie? Fuck this, we're done." That was the last time Gurgek ever saw her. Number 5 was submitted by SillyBSwirls. When she was in high school, Spincess had a major crush on a guy, Tolop. Ever since they were in elementary school, she would try her best to spend as much time with him as possible, which even meant making him her chair buddy in the classes they shared. After finding out about Spincess's crush, Tolop asked her to be his girlfriend. She was really happy, but 1 week into dating, something happened. Spincess was eating lunch in the cafeteria with Tolop and her friends. That day, the cafeteria had served chicken tortillas with little cups of cheese. Tolop asked Spincess if he could have her cheese and, being a cheese lover, she said he couldn't. He insisted that he wanted her cheese, even after one of her friends offered him her cup. Spincess kept refusing, which eventually made Tolop storm out of the cafeteria yelling, "We're through!" Number 4 was submitted by the Lasagna Man. Pringle had been dating his girlfriend for 5 months, so he invited her to his house for dinner one night because he was cooking for his family. She accepted his invitation. Pringle cooked chicken and eggplant curry, with the eggplant cut into small, barely noticeable pieces. He served it up, and after giving everyone their drinks, they began to eat their dinner. As they ate, Pringle's girlfriend stopped eating and stared at him. She asked, "Is there eggplant in this?" As soon as he said there was, she replied with, "What is wrong with you? I hate eggplant and you let me eat it? Ugh, it's like you don't even care about me." She then proceeded to cry, then called her parents to pick her up, all of this in front of his family. The next day, Pringle tried to patch things up, but she said that they were over. All over that eggplant. Number 3 was submitted by MDLax19. One day during math class, Legna let out a really loud sneeze. It startled his girlfriend, who was all about school. So the next day, she broke up with him because she said that she couldn't be around someone who sneezes in the middle of class. Later, she ended up finding another boyfriend, but was soon dumped by him. In the end, she ended up crawling back to Legna. Number 2 was submitted by IvystarAdventures. Back when he was a freshman, Hellbent met a girl who seemed interesting. Although they had a lot in common, the only flaw was that she was a huge fan of creepypastas. Hellbent liked creepypastas too, but his new girlfriend was crazy about them. She would make up new ones, read all the fanfics, and just not stop talking about them whenever an opportunity arose. At the time, Hellbent didn't mind, until that one day a few months into their relationship. His girlfriend went up to him with tears in her eyes. When Hellbent asked what was wrong, she told him that she had cheated on him and was having a baby with the other guy. So she had to break up with him so that she could be there for her child. Hellbent was confused considering how his new girlfriend was definitely not ready to have sex. When he asked who she had cheated on him with, she went online and pulled up a picture of Jeff the killer. Hellbent asked her if she was serious, and she frantically tried to convince him that she was. So he just let her dump him and hasn't seen her since. Number 1, the most ridiculous reason someone broke up with me. Well, this guy and I weren't officially dating, but these days that seems to be pretty common. We'd been dating for about 3 months. He was very busy studying for exams, so I decided to surprise him by giving him a present consisting of various things to help him out. Moleskin notebooks, a coffee mug with actual coffee beans, I did have a coffee maker, a couple of great pens and highlighters, and even a cute little motivational card. Because I was tracking the package, I saw that he'd received it and signed for it personally. But he didn't say anything. No thank you, no text, nothing. I messaged him a full week later after he'd received the gift, having heard nothing from him, and he said, "I haven't opened it yet because it wasn't a priority." Who the heck can't make 2 minutes to open a present sent from the person they're dating in 7 days? Anyway, I took the hint and realized he was not worth my affections. Huge thanks for all the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What was the dumbest school project you've ever had to do? Let us know on the Reddit page linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown. This video was made possible by our fans over on Patreon. Thanks for your support, guys. Catch you guys next time.